What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 10 of our Pokemon SoulGold walkthrough. In the previous episode, we completed the Radio Tower mission in Goldenrod. We defeated all 4 of the Rocket admins. We then took the ice path where we found HM Waterfall and arrived in Blackthorn City. Today's episode is an absolute banger. We're going to try and get the 8th and final gym badge, but more importantly, we are going to show you exactly how to catch Lugia. We have just started, so you do want to come and surf down to this area. We're going to find an abandoned Team Rocket lab. Here we are going to try and find a very important item, because we're not going to just catch Lugia, we're going to catch Dark Lugia, which is even more crazy. So we've just entered the lab and there are a couple clues that you need to read. So you do have to read everything on the table and any little information that you can find. We've got to try and open those 2 gates. So we come and read the report on the table, and they tell us that the first Pokemon that they ever tested on was Houndour. We do read some more information where they give us codes for all the Pokemon that they tested. So here you can see Houndour is 228. Now that we have that information, we're going to go on the computer and enter the code. So they want to know what the code is for the first subject that they tested on, which was Houndour. So you're going to choose 228. Then one of the gates will open. I recommend you come and search all the boxes. You will find a magnetic relay here in the middle. We're going to need that. We're going to insert it into the machine. We also just picked up a mirror herb. So if you insert the magnetic relay into the machine, it will actually open the door next door. Here you will find TM50 Overheat, a really strong fire type move. But more importantly, we will have found an item on a table here. This item is a dark crystal, and it is the first step to catching Dark Lugia. So once you do have that, you can exit the abandoned lab, and that will bring us to stage 2. We can't just go and catch Lugia just yet. First, we're going to fly all the way back to Ecruteak City, because there is a little battle that we have to do. When you try and enter the house where the Kimono girls are, I think it's a theater or something, rival Voltzy will come out, and you want to make sure that your Pokemon are healed up and you're stocked up on items for this one, because you have to take on all 5 of the Kimono girls. Each battle is a tag team battle, and each battle will have Eevee and one of the evolutions. So the first one we are facing is Eevee and Umbreon. I believe you have to try and defeat all 5 of the Kimono girls in one go. You can't leave the area, so I think you can use revives and potions in between battles, but you can't actually go out, otherwise it resets, I think. But you do have to defeat all of them, so we are going to give it a go, and it's actually quite tough. The first 2 or 3 are not too bad, but toward the end of it, if you haven't used potions and revives, it can start getting really tricky. So here we have just defeated Eevee and Espeon. Now we're going to take on the 3rd one, which is Eevee and Flareon. So if we can defeat these 2, we will be past halfway. It definitely is a fun little challenge, and it's cool to test out your team in a way like this. This is stage 2 of trying to catch Lugia, so we do have to complete this in order to go and find it. And if you do want to catch just regular Lugia, you don't have to use the Dark Crystal, so that's up to you. However, Dark Lugia looks insane, so I do want to try and catch that form, and we're definitely going to add it to our team. We are now currently facing Eevee and Jolteon, so we are steadily making our way through all of these Kimono Girl battles. I think there's only one set left after that. The final 2 Pokemon we are facing are Eevee and Vaporeon, and I thought you could actually heal up your Pokemon in between battles, but it just automatically goes right to the next one, so you can only use the items whilst battling. If you defeat all 5 of them, you will receive the Tidal Bell, so that is the second item that we need. So at least we have completed that. And now we actually have to go and head over to the Whirl Islands. So I recommend you fly to Cyanwood City first. Make sure you've stocked up on some repels and also healed up your Pokemon. We do have HM Whirlpool already. If you don't know how to get that, go and check out one of our previous videos. We do have an entire playthrough and we have titled all the videos so that you can watch the video that you need. Now that we have entered this Whirl Island cave, it's actually pretty simple to find Lugia, but it is the path that you would least likely take. And there are, I think, 4 different caves. You want to enter the one that I entered. We are first going to explore around a bit because there are a few items like this watertight that you might need that will allow your water type Pokemon to mega evolve. So we are just going to come and pick up a few items around and then we'll show you how to reach Lugia. It definitely took me a long time to try and find the right route. We have entered all the caves and explored all of them off camera, and a lot of them all connect up in different ways eventually. But we are going to show you the simplest and easiest way to reach Lugia. So once you reach this cave entrance, you do want to go into the main door. That's a good sign that you're on the right track. Then you're going to go down a ladder and head all the way over to the western side. Here again, you will find a ladder going down. And now you're going to go all the way back to the right on the east. And you will find yet again another little ladder for us. So we are going to go down that. And then we should be pretty close to where Lugia is already. There are a few waterfalls here, but you can't actually go up them. We enter the next main area, and this is where I kept getting thrown off because you want to go up this main staircase and go all the way up the waterfall. However, that's not the correct path. You just want to come and surf over to the side where you'll find another cave entrance. If you enter this cave, you will find all the kimono girls here as well as Lugia. So they are going to summon Lugia now with their specific magic little dance, and then you'll be able to find and battle Lugia. You actually have to battle and defeat Lugia before you can catch it, so you can't use Pokeballs and things until you've defeated it. And I do want to warn you that Lugia is really strong. Now is the time to bring out your Dark Crystal. If you do want to face Dark Lugia, it will then change forms. If you just want regular Lugia, you don't have to activate your Dark Crystal. But I do recommend that you do it because how epic is Dark Lugia? It's at level 65 and it does have a second HP bar. So you've got to try and knock out Lugia's HP twice. If you can KO Lugia, then at the end you can throw out a Pokeball and catch it. And I was really surprised. Usually the legendary Pokemon are quite easy to KO, but in this game some of them are really tough. A lot of our Pokemon had to throw out some crazy attacks in order to weaken Lugia enough to knock it out. We also had to use a ton of revives and potions because only 1 or 2 of my Pokemon had attacks that were strong enough to actually cause some serious damage. Lugia has really high defenses and it does have some moves that heal up some of its HP. So you do have to keep that in mind. It was a really tough battle. If we didn't have all the revives and potions, I think we probably would have lost against Dark Lugia. But eventually we did get there in the end. Our Hydrapple was actually a massive help. Hydrapple has an attack that can slow Dark Lugia down a bit for 3 turns, and it also has an attack called Fickle Beam, and every now and then it can cause double damage, so that definitely helped. But there we finally knocked out Dark Lugia. You can use any Pokeball to catch it, and I think it's an automatic catch if you have knocked it out. And we've just caught Dark Lugia, so we can now add it to our team and actually use it. I know a lot of people don't like when people use legendary Pokemon when facing the Elite Four and the Champion, but we definitely using Dark Lugia. It is way too cool. It's one of the few ROM hack games that actually includes Lugia in its dark form. We are going to quickly have a look at Dark Lugia, and then in the next episode we have another crazy one. We're going to show you how to catch a few other legendaries before we actually head over to Victory Road. So you don't want to miss tomorrow's episode. It's going to be another banger. But now that we have gotten Dark Lugia, we're going to try and face the 8th and final gym leader. We haven't really explored Blackthorn City yet. Here we have just picked up a super rod as well, which is super important. You can catch stronger water type Pokemon, but you can also catch some really cool items if you fish with the super rod. You can pick up some feathers and I believe even some nuggets and things, so it's definitely worth your while. We have met another person who asks which day of the week is their favorite. So for that specific character, the day is Saturday, and then they will gift you a cool little hold item. But now we have made our way to the gym, and as you can see, there is a little puzzle. I think the final gym leader is Clair, and she is known to have dragon type Pokemon. So dragon types are weak to other dragon type attacks, also ice attacks and fairy attacks. So we'll have to see how we fare. This should be one of the easier battles for us because we do have some strong attacks. Our Annihilate does have an Ice Punch, and we do have 1 or 2 Dragon type moves. The final gym battle has started, and Gym Leader Claire's first Pokemon was Altaria. The second one is Kingdra, and our Annihilate has KO'd both of them. The third Pokemon Claire sends out is Hydrapple. We also have a Hydrapple on our team. It's really strong. It's actually KO'd our Annihilate, but we have sent out our own Hydrapple to knock out Claire's. Our Hydrapple has also knocked out Dragonite, and now Claire has sent out Gyarados, which has just Mega Evolved. We have decided to send out our big man Blastoise to try and knock out Mega Gyarados. I'm not sure if it will be able to, but yes, it looks like Blastoise has pulled it off, and we've defeated Claire. But she hasn't gifted us the badge just yet. We do have to go behind the gym and actually go and find her again. Apparently there is some kind of test that we need to complete before we get the 8th and final gym badge. So now that we have defeated Claire, we can enter the Dragon's Den, and you can find some amazing dragon type Pokemon here. So if you do want any of those, you can come and spend a bit of time here. I know a lot of people want Dratini, and you can find Dratini here in the water. There are a couple trainers here to battle, so you can get some additional battle experience. And there is also an item or two to pick up. If you enter the house in the back, you can't actually get inside, so you have to go around. We're going to head over to the left. You can pick up an item here. There is a max potion, but then you have to use Whirlpool and go past the Whirlpool to enter the front of the house. That is actually called the Dragon's Den, and I believe there is a Dragon Master inside. He's going to ask us a few questions, and if we answer them correctly, we will then get the 8th and final gym badge. The questions are fairly easy unless you answer them horribly wrong. You should be able to pass the test. And once you have completed the test, Claire will actually enter the Dragon's Den as well, and she'll be super surprised that we actually passed. I believe no one else has passed the test, so she's really in disbelief. Claire comes in and asks the Dragon Den Master, and he tells her that I've actually passed. So we received the Rising badge from Claire. Now we've got all 8 gym badges. We've also received another trophy for completing another task. If you come and chat to one of the other characters, they'll offer to teach one of your Pokemon Draco Meteor, which is a really powerful dragon type move. So we are going to teach that to our Hydrapple. But now that we have the gym badge and we've got all 8 of them, Claire has also gifted us a TM Dragon Claw. She tells us how to reach Victory Road and how to get to the Pokemon League. To reach Victory Road, we have to fly back to New Bark Town and then actually surf east from there. But in the next episode, we're going to take you on a little detour. We're going to take you to a hidden little village, and we're going to catch a few legendary Pokemon before we even head over to Victory Road. And then once we have finished Victory Road, I believe again we can go and catch a few more legendaries. So we might have a full team of legendary Pokemon before we even reach the Elite Four. We'll just have to see how it goes. But do stay tuned. We do have another banger episode tomorrow. We come and chat to Professor Elm, who gifts us a Master Ball. He also gives us a Bond Stone, which allows your starter Pokemon to Mega Evolve. So after all of that, we're going to end off the video here. Thanks for watching.